My name is Scott Miller. I'm the Fire Chief of Boiling Springs Fire Department, and we are a child safety seat checkpoint here. You can bring your car seat in, and we'll check it to see if it's installed correctly. And if it's not, we'll show you how to do it correctly. The two things that you're going to need your car seat and the child, obviously. If you don't have the child, we can work around that, but we also need your owner's manual because every car is different, and the anchor points are in different places on different cars. So we really need to consult your owner's manual and the manual for the car seat to know exactly how to put it in. Now that we've got that information, we'll go ahead and start putting the car seat in. We've got an even flow forward-facing car seat down here and that we're going to put in. Obviously well broken in, and we're going to make sure we get it put in correctly for this gentleman. So one of the first things we want to do is identify the lower anchor points. In most cars, you'll see them with these little buttons right here, and right up underneath those buttons, if you feel, there'll be like a hook, and that's your lower anchor points or latches. Okay, overhead up here, I don't know if you can see this, but overhead in this car, there's also a hook, and that's where the tether strap goes. Okay, so we're going to utilize both of those on this car seat to put it in, and not the seat belts. You only need to use one system, not the seat belt and the lower anchors, one or the other. So we're going to take this where that hook is, and we're going to run straight down to it and hook up. Sometimes they're up under the seat and can be a little aggravating to find. It clicks right in there. We're going to set that side. We're also, while we're here, we're going to hook up this upper tether. And it just clips into that hook. And we're going to pull this upper tether tight while we're here. Now we've got to do this other anchor on the other side, and we're going to do it the same way. We find the button. Hear the click. Now we're going to begin to tighten, and this system has a little spool that you turn to tighten it. Other ones will have like a seatbelt mechanism. You need to put a little pressure in the seat when you start to get tight and tighten it down. One thing I want you to notice on this side is that we're in the upper pathway here. This is for a forward-facing seat. If the seat is rear-facing, this one can be rear-facing, it's a convertible seat. The tether needs to be in the lower pathway. But since it's forward-facing, we're going to keep it up here. Every seat is different, so you need to pay attention to how it tightens up and how it secures in place. And once it's in there good and tight, what you don't want is 1 inch of movement forward. So I'm going to show you what would not work. This, even though it looks tight, this is too loose. It allows too much forward motion. So we want to tighten it up some more. Okay, now that we've got it tightened up a little bit more, you see we don't have that movement forward. I'm trying to pull it forward now. It's in there good and tight. If we had the child, we would adjust these straps appropriately. Forward facing, you want the straps even to the shoulders or just above. If it's rear facing, you want them even or just below. Clip the clips in place. And once they're in place, you want to tighten them to where they're tight on your child. And usually it's a strap you pull up right here. The tightness you want is you don't want any blankets or anything under this. You want to bundle over the seat belt, but you want to do a pinch test. And what I say by pinch test is you want to pull that webbing together, and you shouldn't be able to pinch it up on your child. Okay, so we don't do the pinch test. You want it to be just enough so that your fingers slide off and it doesn't pinch, and that should be how tight it is on your child. This chest piece should go mid-nipple line or inner mammary line on the child, right in the center of the chest. Pull it tight, make sure everything's good and snug, and get ready to ride.